Hi, and welcome to One Verse. Explain the Bible one verse at a time. Simply one verse can make all the difference. Today we're going to be looking at Luke chapter 7, verse 47. And it says, "Therefore I tell you, her many sins have been forgiven, as her great love has shown. But whoever has been forgiven little, loves little." Now, this passage is at the end of a really dramatic and amazing event. So Jesus is dining in the house of the Pharisees, and the Pharisees are the religious leaders at the time. And Jesus is dining there, and in comes a woman who is known for her many sins, most likely a prostitute. And she comes and she pours this expensive perfume from her alabaster jar on the feet of Jesus. And then she weeps on his feet and then dries it with her hair. You can imagine this is a dramatic event. The smell would have been filling the house, and the Pharisees are just like, what is going on? They said, if Jesus was really the Messiah, if he was really the prophet, he would know this woman, and he would not dare allow her to touch his feet. But Jesus uses this story to talk about the connection between forgiveness and love. You see, many of us, and the Pharisees included, many of us see sin like this, right? It's a ketchup packet. And if you ever use these in restaurants, I don't use them that much, and because it takes like 10 of these just to get through one set of fries, because maybe you can get 4 fries with this, maybe. Many of us see our sin like this, you know what I mean? Like, we have this little view of our sin, I grew up in the church, and I'm around Christians all the time, and I maybe have a Bible on my nightstand, and, I haven't done too many bad things. I might have stole cookies from my grandma, I lied to my parents a few times, but I'm basically good, I'm basically good. I wasn't like those people over there, like the woman in the story. I'm not like her, or the person who's gone to prison, or the person who was addicted to drugs, and all those people over there doing all those bad things. I've done bad things, but not as much as them. I need the forgiveness. I need Jesus. But not as much as they did. Not as much as they did. It's almost like Jesus kind of pushed me over. And when you see sin like this, you have a little love for Jesus, because you don't see the great magnitude of the sin that was forgiven. Since you see your sin like this, we have a love for Jesus that resembles this. So many of us lack, why don't I love Jesus like I'm supposed to? Why don't I love Jesus like those people over there, and how much they love and speak of him? And I don't have that sort of love for him. Why is it? Because many of us see our sin like this, small ketchup packet. But the reality is that our sin is like this. All of us. It comes full circle when we fully understand that we are just as far separated from Jesus as those people. And this is what Jesus is trying to get the Pharisees to realize, these religious leaders that say, look, Jesus, look, you think that you don't have much to be forgiven for. So you have lack of love, not just for Jesus, but for others. Right? But if you understand your separation from Jesus is just as far as those people over there, you have love, great love for Jesus, because he forgave your great weight of sin. But you also have a great love for other people, because you no longer see as those people, but you now see yourself with them and identify with them. It also comes full circle when we see the woman at the well is no longer this woman we read about, but it's the woman we identify with. That we are at Jesus' feet weeping. And then we come to understand his great love for us. We understand that we are sinners, all of us equally far away from Christ, no matter what we've done in our past. We are all equally separated from Jesus. And we come to that realization, we all carry this massive weight. And Jesus takes the weight away, and we're forgiven. And we grow to this overwhelming love for Jesus. I pray and I hope this video is a strength and encouragement for your faith, to remind you of our great weight of sin, his forgiveness, and our resulting love for him.